Hey everyone, it's Alex from Raddtitan. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little room tour. So yeah, haven't done a room tour in a good, damn, must be over a year. I think last time I actually did it was just before LFCC or MCM, which is one of the cons that you normally have in October. So it's probably been about 13 months since the last one. So keep watching, and here is a very, very overdue catch up. Take care. All right, so what we do is, yeah, we'll walk in. My camera kind of zooms in and whatever else when I go into it. So hopefully you can kind of see it. So what we do is, so this is my little sofa. I chill out as a recliner. I don't actually have a TV in here, funny enough. I did, and then I kind of took it out to make space. So I just do a quick pan around before I actually go through all the pieces. So it's quick pan there, and then just pan around here. So if we start over here. So I mean, I've got the kind of spotlight on because these lights that are inside are actually kind of, some are warm and some are white, and it kind of, they give quite mixed kind of light. So I've got this like white spotlight, so hopefully that gives a better look at them. So let's start up here actually. So this is the custom X-Force Deadpool, and this is an absolutely fantastic piece. This is hand sculpted, and I have to say that this likeness of Ryan Reynolds there on that face, hopefully that's focusing if it can, and this, actually I'd probably do it that way, where lay down and then compress that there. So yeah, the face on this is absolutely fantastic. Really well done. There you go. Loads of blood on it as well. And before we saw the movie, my girlfriend actually knew that was Ryan Reynolds. So before she even knew he was Deadpool. So that's that piece. Really good. You've got like kind of some saliva coming out of his mouth there. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. And then all quite gore there. So it's probably not one if you've kind of got small kids around. Then you've got the XM cable. So yeah, fantastic, absolutely fantastic piece. Love it. Then you've got my only Bowen piece here, which is the Bowen cable mini bust. So you got that. And then you got some DC pieces, which I'm probably have to turn this light out because otherwise you're going to get that glare. So these are the original Sideshow Joker, which is probably one of the best pieces for mixed media, along with, I'd probably say top three. If I had to say off the top of my head, I think top three would be the Joker, Cobra Commander, and the original Red Skull. Put in a comment if you think anything different on there. So there's that. Then there's the Keaton Batman. There's that there. And then if you come down, you've got the Silver Surfer, which I actually did have repainted because it got damaged in shipping, and I wasn't very happy with the repaint. So yeah, he's on thin ice, I'm afraid. Then you have the Figurama for Ragnarok's diorama. Figurama for Ragnarok's diorama. Yeah, it kind of rhymes. So you got that there. Very dynamic piece. Really cool. It's based on the Walt Samuelson story. So you got that. Then here you have the Goku. So this is, again, this is fan art. I'm going to come across this way. Actually, no, down here you have the Lobo. Unfortunately, I've got this kind of cabinet, this kind of desk in here at the moment, which is, again, this is going to be removed. It's just here because I need to put these out. So yeah, just go ones behind. So they're all older pieces anyway. So you got the Lobo exclusive with the dog. You've got Allied Charge, Captain America. You then got the XM Winter Soldier and the Iron Man for kind of like a Civil War look. And then you got the fan art Wolverine helmet, which probably the only reason I'm keeping that is it fits on my head, and I'm a big Wolverine fan, so yeah, Then you got the XM Wolverine at the back, and the Pop Culture Shock Robocop. Then we come over here, and you have here the Sideshow Carnage Comic, which actually just came in. I still haven't put the tendrils in place because they're a fucking nightmare. So I've still got 2 of those over there. And then you got the XM Catwoman, which I've been told the cat is on the wrong way, but I actually really prefer it this way. I prefer the cat doing that rather than looking the same way as her. Then you have the Sideshow Lady Deadpool, which again is an absolutely fantastic piece. Absolutely love it, really do. Someone was at my house the other day and they've been fucking around with it, so they've changed the head. Literally the unmasked head on this, if you can see that, the unmasked head on this is absolutely stunning. Sideshow did an absolutely fantastic job for this head. I mean, this is probably one of their best female portraits. I love it. Originally, when I bought this, I had no intention of displaying the unmasked head, and I thought, what the fuck is this? Why would you need an unmasked head? And when I took out the box, I literally, the only time that this has been changed is by someone who came around the other day, so it wasn't even me who did it. And he also dropped the katana, so I was a bit pissed off with him because he shouldn't be touching my shit. So yeah, Sing, if you're listening, don't fuck around. Then you got the Figurama Amon versus Devilman, which again, I'm a huge Devilman fan. I prefer the original animes. I prefer the Birth and the Demon Bird, but this is based off of the Apocalypse series. But I just love it. Absolutely great piece. It's Daniel Bell sculpt. So yeah, very, very nice. He's done a fantastic job on that. Sorry, Kalium Nefsan. Sorry, I was thinking about the next piece. So the next piece is down there. So it's Electro. Unfortunately, he's a little hidden away. And that is Daniel Bell. Sorry. Then you got this one, which actually was sculpted by Ramal. Shapro just did the Lobo by Prime 1. So yeah, he did this a long time ago. I haven't actually got all the pieces together because I'm getting ready to box it up. So that's there. I'm just pushing back a bit. Then if we come down here, you have the Sideshow Modern Thor. So this one actually bought by my girlfriend, so I can't get rid of it. She's Scandinavian, so she bought me Thor. She bought it because I went back to, I decided to go and do a degree part-time in 2000 and, I don't even know what it was. I think I finished in 2014. So I think I started in 2011 or 12. So yeah, so because I went back and did that, she bought me a statue when I graduated for it. When I got my degree. Then you got another Daniel Bell sculpt. This is the Weapon X, which is probably one of my favourite pieces in here. I absolutely love this piece. I think that the sculpt on this is phenomenal. Daniel Bell really, really did an amazing job on this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful piece. Then you come up here and you have the prototype of the Thundercat diorama by Connecticut's, which actually never got made. So this is the one of a kind. This is by Pablo Vigiano, I believe. And yeah, never got made in the end. They had a lot of issues with it, unfortunately. And then when they put up the pre-order, it wasn't very popular. So they scrapped the idea. In the end, they didn't want to pay any more fees for licensing. So unfortunately, it never got made, that one. There's my weapon of choice for cleaning my statues. So yeah, just a light makeup brush. Then you have the Beast, which is the Imagineering Art Hulkbuster. Again, absolutely love this piece. Huge, has so much presence, and I think it was done by Mafuzal Mokhtar, so he did a fantastic job on that. Absolutely fantastic job. Then you got the fan art Northern Hulk. So this is from the part of the film, which is probably one of my favourite parts of the film, is where Tim Roth gets a little brave and he basically gets kicked and ends up in hospital by the Hulk. So yeah, again, this was kind of the only Hulk which was scaled at the same kind of scale as the Hulkbuster to kind of fit alongside it. As you can see that the base is a bit on the lower side, so if they were standing together they would actually be pretty good together. And you come around, so another Mufusal piece. So this is the Nariko from Heavenly Sword. So on the left is the exclusive, on the right is the regular. So you got those up there. They come down, and you have the XM Carnage, and you have the Sideshow Back in Black. The Back in Black I originally had no intention of getting. I managed to secure a deal, and when I did, you know, it turned up, and I absolutely loved it. So it's not going anywhere. Back in Black is an absolutely fantastic piece. Right, so then we come down, and this is the Spider-Man comic kit, which is by Sideshow Collectibles, and this is one of my an all-time favourite piece. I just absolutely love this piece. Unfortunately, you can't see there's much detail on there, but the base on this, I mean, a lot of people is like, yeah, it's just a wall, but it's actually like a cross-section of the wall, and then when you turn it around, you can actually see inside like a New York apartment, and you can see all the detailing on there, so it is really, really well done. Then you've got over here, you have, let me turn the light down a little bit, see if we can get her in better. There you go, there is the XM Studio Spider-Gwen. What happened was, this is one of the pieces where I was in Singapore in 2017, saw it on display and just went straight over and ordered it. Absolutely loved it. Know nothing about the character, but absolutely love the piece. Beautiful. Right. Then you come down here and you have the Sideshow Spider-Man Symbiote and the Spider-Man regular premium formats. Gets a lot of hate due to the bases. A lot of people dislike them, but in all honesty, I actually quite like the pair. And there's some really nice switch out heads for it as well that some people have made. Right, then you come up across, continue the kind of Spider-Man theme, and this is the 2099 by Prime 1. My lights, I've taken them down because they, even though they're not meant to give off any heat, they give off just enough heat to melt the glue underneath. So be very careful with them. These are IKEA diodes, I think they're called, and they give off enough heat just to melt the glue. So then when you have the kind of cable across, and it will just kind of swing into your statue, so I don't want to risk that, so I'm taking them all down now. So I'm going to put the screws on when I actually figure out where I want them 100%. So this is the Prime 1 2099, and Prime 1 did a fantastic job. I'm going to be seeing the Anti-Venom at the weekend, which I'm really excited about, because again, that looks like a great piece. And the Venom as well looks absolutely huge, looks like a beast. So I'd love to see that one day. I think Mike Wells is getting it, so we should see it. So switch out heads, and this is what I was doing at one point. Actually, George was helping me out with this, so he was giving me all the cards for basically the pieces I have. So I was going to kind of display them, and you kind of get the kind of top loaders for them. So he had like 299 Hawkeye, which I just sold, Wolverine, because obviously I've got a few Wolverine pieces, and then you got the Venoms, and I did think, okay, maybe there's not, I thought there was a Carnage one somewhere. Then you come down here and you have the Venom by XM Studios, and again, this is a massive piece. This is huge. This is actually borderline 1/3. I mean, when you pick up his head and you do a comparison against, say, this head, this is a quarter scale head, and you put them together, this is beastly. This head is so much bigger. So this is definitely like a kind of 1/3 piece, I believe. But again, I mean, Venom, Hulk, they're the characters which kind of grow and shrink and whatever else, and they're always different sizes. So you probably get away with just those guys. Then you've got down here, unfortunately he's a bit hidden away, but this is a bit of a gem, this one. I love it. This piece originally, I got in a trade, and I really wanted it. Got in the trade, and then it's huge. It's really big, so unfortunately you can't get into a Besta. I did used to have him up here, but then obviously the king kind of took, with the king in his throne, kind of took the place. So you know, you have to kind of give the spaces to the people who deserve it. Really, and Magneto, you know, kind of deserves that centre spot. So he's there. This is the XM Studios Magneto on throne. Gets a lot of praise everywhere. I do love it, but I think one day I do think I'll probably move this one on, to be honest with you. The price point for this one, I don't kind of have the love for the price point, if that makes any sense. So the price, I mean, like the price that this sells for, I could buy 2-3 pieces that I would probably want, and I probably will do that at some point. So, but it is a fantastic piece. I mean, I love this head. I actually think that this head sucks. I don't like this head at all, really. I think the paint is actually not very good, but the head that's on there I absolutely love. I absolutely love it. Great piece. Then you got the XM Studios Punisher, and this has the switch out portrait. So that's like a different look to him, which I actually love this head. You also got the kind of Olivetti look head there. So you got that. Great piece. Then you got this, which is again, I mean, this is one of the pieces in my collection which isn't going to go anywhere. This is the Guyver by Elite Creature Collectibles. I'm not really a movie Guyver fan. I love the anime, I love the manga. I'm not really the movie fan, but if I had to watch one of the movies, it would be Dark Hero, and I'll totally skip Neutronics, we call it over here, or the Guyver 1, you call it in America, I think, with Mark Hamill, which was actually like one of the most dreadful films ever. It was kind of had a real Power Ranger feel to it, and it was really cheap. So, but the Dark Hero had David Hayter in it, who actually is the voice of Solid Snake and the voice of one of the Turtles, and I think he also done like he wrote the original, the first X-Men film. Useless trivia. Then you got the Thanos on throne down there. Again, this piece needs to be moved. Probably going to move into a better position at some point. You can't be on the floor like that. But it's just a bit too weighty to kind of put in one of these places. So I've either got to get the brackets and sort it out a little bit, you know. Then you have the fan art silk, which this unmasked portrait, if I can get in there, is probably one of my favourite female portraits. And I said to the this is fan art, so I said to the people who made it, if this is based on a real woman, I want to know who she is. And yeah, she can have my babies any day. All right, then you got the Iron Spider. The funny thing about this was, I do love this piece, but I absolutely loved this piece, and every argument was always Back in Black or this, because they're basically Back in Black is a variant of this, and I would always say, you know, Iron Spider easily, hands down, is the better piece. And then I saw Back in Black, and I think if someone said to me you need to get rid of one of them, I love the piece, but I think I would actually get rid of the Iron Spider over Back in Black. I think a lot of people see it and they think it's boring because he's just a black plain Spider-Man, and they say no texture, no this, no that. But it's a black Spider-Man in a material costume, so basically you won't have any texture of the symbiote and things. But anyway, so I think it's a better piece. Then you have the Deadpool Heat Seeker, and again, this piece is Sideshow did a phenomenal job on this, and you've got to give credit to Sideshow because this base is pretty complex. I mean, you got like again, I don't know how this comes out on camera because the lighting's a bit rubbish, but you can see, if you can see his foot through the kind of bubble of the explosion, and a lot of these pieces are they're fixed. You know, some of them are not, but most of these are actually fixed on there. So Sideshow managed to deliver these with all of these like ridiculously fragile pieces. And I mean, with that on top of there, if you knock kind of like up or across there with the kind of leverage, it won't take much to break that off. But this arrived in one piece, and credit where credit is due, Sideshow managing to get that out, and you don't hear about many breakages of it, so super impressive that they managed that. But this piece, ultra dynamic, and it goes really, really well with the Lady Deadpool. My plan is actually to move out to 099 and put Lady Deadpool on the other side, so they're kind of like kind of mirroring. I'm planning on moving quite a lot of things around, but I need to work out a bit. I'll probably do that in another video. These are all the XM prints, and these are all there, up there, and across there. These are all CGC comics, so I'll probably do a separate CGC comic video. Then you have the Wolverine. This is the Sideshow Wolverine, so this is the exclusive. Again, this one's probably going to go at some point. I've got enough Wolverines, I don't need this one. You move down, and this is a fan art penguin. Needs some light, but not that much. Yeah, so this is the fan art penguin, and this piece is absolutely stunning. I mean, they managed to capture. Sorry, I'm trying to struggle here. They managed to capture this really well. They did an absolutely fantastic job. I mean, this is my favourite head. This is the dirty, kind of grimy, grotty head, and I absolutely love it. Really do. Phenomenal. Right. Then you got the Chubby Wolf, which again is another fan art piece. This is my only kind of, I think it's like 6. I think it's got to be like 6 scale. So one of my only smaller pieces, other than the 2 Heavenly Sword up there. This is one of the only ones I've kind of keeping in my collection. I'm trying to go and not go below quarter scale, but when I saw this one in Thailand, I could not resist. I just had to get it, and then I've ordered the Fat Paw, which is on his way, so I should be getting that soon. And then down here we have the Hellboy. So this one doesn't really go with the collection I have in here, but this is actually my girlfriend's favourite piece. So he's kind of there, and he's kind of there with, you know, what's the word? He's got like a get out of jail free card where, because my girlfriend loves him, I just can't get rid of him. And also I paid like I think £130 for him. So let me just flip this camera around. All right, so I'll just finish there. So yeah, thanks for watching. I do have probably about another 15, maybe 10, 15 pieces upstairs. So I have the Sideshow Collectibles Alien Big Chap Legendary Scale Busts, which again, it's a great piece, but again, I just don't have the kind of space for it in here. I've got the Undying Carcass and the Patient Zero, which is part of their original, Sideshow's original Deadline. Again, they're fantastic pieces. Absolutely love them, and I think that I may continue that line. I do have, well, just going along those lines, I do have like a whole horror set. So I have the original Freddy Krueger exclusive, which, if you're looking for that piece, I wouldn't even bother with the exclusive. The skull, for me, is pointless. The doll hand is the way to go, which is the regular part. Then I have the Jason original, which again, I absolutely love that piece. It's just so, it's got a lot of presence for me, and I just think it's quite iconic. Then I have the Ash from Army of Darkness. Again, I mean, Pro and One are making one, but that probably won't be out until 2021, 2022, whenever they decide that they want to do it. So I've got that, and also probably be 1/3. I've got that in my collection. I've also got Darkman, which again is very unlikely to be made by anyone else. I love that film, and it's a film which I watched a lot when I was younger. Then I have the Terminator T800, the original police shootout one. The Lino by Pop Culture Shock, Guile by Pop Culture Shock, and probably got about another couple of pieces, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, as I said before, I'm going to have a little move around. I'm going to put things, shake them up, move them around. Also going to be looking into getting some cases from Modu Case, which is the company in Singapore. They have these kind of flat pack premium cases which actually look really nice. So I might look into starting off with like one wall, as that, which they do. They have the lighting, they have the mirrors, they have kind of all in one. So I may look into doing one wall, see how that comes out, and if it comes out great, then kind of replace all my IKEA furniture, and maybe do the whole room in modular case. It just looks a lot cleaner. At the moment, I'm kind of all over the place. I've got IKEA Struvers, I've got IKEA Bestas. They've discontinued the doors. Some pieces are too big for the door areas. I got the half size IKEA Bestas. I got the Detolf. So I've got all these like bits and pieces. All my lights, none of my lights match. So I just want to make it look a bit better in here, a bit cleaner. Now I'm kind of coming towards the end of, or probably not the end. I'm probably going to buy and sell more, but now that I've actually got the collection in here, because when I did start buying these cases, it was a bit. I bought one cabinet, filled it, bought another cabinet, filled it, and then I did it that way. So, which I think a lot of other people do too. So yeah. Anyway, rambled on enough. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out us on Instagram, on Twitter. We're going to try and push more onto those social media this year. We're coming up to 10,000 members on the Facebook group. The Facebook page is doing good, and YouTube is coming up to 10,000. We also got some giveaways coming up, so we're going to be giving away the Mary Jane and Spider-Man by XM Studios. Huge thank you to Mohammed Satik for this. This is to commemorate Stanley's life, so that will be that. Information will be on the Facebook group and on that, but it's basically you need to take a picture of yourself introducing someone else to Marvel, so giving them comics or introducing them some way, and tagging hashtag Raddtitan Stanley on Instagram. So do that. And then also in the new year, we will be giving away an XM Studios Gambit. So information for that to follow. And we'll also be doing more giveaways coming up. So keep watching, guys. Keep following and take care. Peace. Bye-bye.